So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and this is actually the language of the web, as we say. So all websites you ever look at are all using HTML to determine how they're presented to you and how the layout appears. Now, this will be a very basic introduction, but will be useful to you when actually looking and editing your websites, as occasionally you may want to go into the code to tweak and tinker with elements of it. Now, the first principle or thing that we need to understand about HTML is everything always comes in pairs. So when we open something, we need to close it. And we close it by putting a slash in front of the instruction to build upon that. So all our HTML codings start with have these triangular brackets, and then we have an instruction in the middle, and then to close it, we also have the triangle brackets with the instruction, but you'll notice I've added a slash. And then the rule of HTML is whenever we open something, we need to close it to make sure it's applied. Now, we've already touched upon heading styles, and as I said before, in HTML, the smaller the number, the bigger the heading. So as we said in our website, home is H1, and then I went to a H2, and if I wanted smaller headings as I went through my page, I keep adding different heading styles, and that's what they look like within HTML. Within the paragraphs themselves, there are some other bits of code you may need to know. So when we're starting a paragraph, we start it with the brackets and a P, and if we want to apply any settings like bold or italic, we add these different options: strong, B, or I. Or this could be a combination of both, strong and I in this case. And then wherever we've done that, we'd need to remember to close it off afterwards, and then once you've finished writing your paragraph, close your paragraph at the end like this. So that's very simple paragraph coding. The other things you may need to use are lists, for example. Now, we have two types of lists: an OL, which stands for an ordered list, in which we have to create a list, and then within it have all the different items we want within the list. So LI stands for list item. I write that one, then close it. List item 2, write that one, then close it, and continue until I finish my list, and then tell it that the list has stopped by putting the slash in front of the OL again. And what this would create is a numerical or an ordered list. So this code here would appear something like that. If you don't want ordering and you just want bullet points, we call this a UL, so an unordered list. So again, same principles. You start by opening the list, write the list items, and then close the list. And that would appear something like this.